Meanwhile, a Michigan State student named Jackie Matthews was on campus during last night's shooting. She is also a survivor of the tragedy at Sandy Hook more than 10 years ago when she was a young student there. Eyewitness News reporter Sandra Bookman spoke with Jackie earlier today about being a survivor of now 2 mass shootings. This also just happens to be the 5th anniversary of the deadly school shooting in Parkland, Florida. It's just a lot to take in, Sandra.
A whole lot. Jackie told us that her first thought last night after learning about that shooting and confirming that her roommates and close friends were okay was anger that this was happening again. And she says she made the decision to speak out about her painful experience with gun violence in an effort to make sure this doesn't happen again.
I am 21 years old, and this is the 2nd mass shooting that I have now lived through.
Jackie Matthews made that sobering social media post in the hours after the deadly shooting on the campus of Michigan State University. The MSU senior grew up in Newtown, Connecticut, and was an 11-year-old 6th grader when a gunman entered Sandy Hook Elementary School and killed 20 first graders and 6 educators in December of 2012.
I don't think you ever get over something so traumatic or so tragic, even if it's not in your community. I think things like this people feel, and it never really goes away.
Matthews says she almost never talks about what happened at Sandy Hook on that dark day some 10 years ago. But watching the carnage and chaos from her window last night on campus, she says she just couldn't stay silent because she's proof that the odds of being a victim of a mass shooting in this country are too high for everyone.
And I think that's why I felt the need to make the video, to bring awareness to the fact that enough is enough, and it needs to end.
In fact, according to the Gun Violence Archive, the number of mass shootings in the United States has nearly tripled in the last decade. The images seared into our collective memory, from Sandy Hook to Parkland, Florida, to Uvalde, Texas. Matthews says she is willing to do her part to help put an end to it.
This is something that we can no longer be scared of. And I think I'm done being scared of the conversation because it's been put in my face too many times to the point where being scared is no longer an option.
Now, Jackie told us that she believes gun reform, gun control, it should all be on the table. And she repeated what we have heard so often after every shooting like this: thoughts and prayers are just not enough.